What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over upcoming sneaker releases for July of 2025. Given that 4th of July is coming up, it's only right that we start this off with a banger, and on July 1st, New Balance is going to be retroing their OG Protection Pack. For those that aren't familiar with the Protection Pack, it's New Balance's way of creating a neo-vintage, kind of unfinished or worn-in look for the shoes. If you guys saw the first episode of my podcast, I talked about the shoes in length. As you guys can see, there's 3 colorways that are dropping. We have the Sea Salt, Rain Cloud, and Phantom colorways. The Sea Salt colorway comes in this off-white creamish color, whereas the Rain Cloud comes in a dark gray, countered with a almost light wolf gray on the toe box and onto the side paneling of the shoe. The Phantom colorway is in a washed black, dark shadow gray type of colorway. It's one of my favorite upcoming releases for the year, especially since I wasn't able to hit on these back in the day. From what it looks like, the July 1st release date is going to be for European retailers. Info on stateside counterparts is still unclear. From what we've already seen with some of the early releases from some European retailers, of just a few weeks ago, the pair is completely sold out, and just given that that's a pretty good signal that the hype is still there, I'm going to give these a rock. Also releasing on July 1st is going to be the Air Jordan 4 RM Purple. If you're not familiar with the Air Jordan 4 RM, the RM stands for Remix, essentially a reworked version of the Jordan 4. It has some different materials, some different, just a totally different upper shape. It has a bit of a lower cut than the normal Jordan 4. The Jordan 4 RM Purple comes dressed up in this very deep, almost plum-like purple color. Personally, I like the RM. From what I've seen on some of the colorways, they've definitely taken inspiration from the SB Jordan 4. They came out with a pine green colorway, as well as this UNC type of colorway, and just recently they dropped a fire red pair that is very similar to the Friends and Family Jordan 4 SBs. The hype isn't as there as I think Jordan brand is hoping for. Even though I really enjoy this model, from what I have seen in stores, the pairs are just sitting, and for that reason, I'm going to give these a stop. So next up on July 11th is going to be the Nike Air Max 95 Levi's collaboration. With the return of the Big Bubble Air Max 95, it's no surprise that Nike is just going to keep pumping a lot of these colorways out. We've seen the return of the Neon 95, the Mandarin 95, the light pink Air Max 95. We've seen most notably the black and yellow Cortez collab that just dropped within the past couple months. And so to see Nike do some bigger collabs again is very exciting, especially given that they have done collabs before with Levi's, most notably on the Jordan 4s. They had 3 colorways, a black pair, a white pair, and a washed denim pair. A lot of people liked to distress them and tie-dye them and paint them and all sorts of different customs. And so I fully expect that to be the same when these drop. For those that are looking for a full Nike Canadian tuxedo, they are also going to be offering, alongside the shoes, a Levi's trucker jacket and baggy jeans, all Nike branded. So very exciting there. From what I'm reading here, it looks like these will be dropping via levis.com, as well as a Levi's app, and as we can obviously anticipate, a sneakers release, and these will be dropping for $225. Given that these are an official collaboration with Levi's, and seeing the success of the Jordan 4 and it's just the hype around customizing shoes, I fully expect these to sell out, and so for that reason, I'm going to give these a rock. Next up on July 12th is going to be the Jound Puma Mostro. We've seen a ton of collaborations with Jound over the past couple of years, most notably with New Balance, Adidas, Vans, and Asics, but it looks like they're taking their talents to Puma. The Puma Mostro is a really interesting model because it's actually a hybrid creation of 2 models, specifically a Puma surf shoe as well as a rubber track spike sneaker. Mostro in Italian actually means monster, so it kind of plays on like a Frankenstein's monster type of idea. The Jown collab is going to be coming in 2 colorways, dark chocolate and deep navy. The whole idea behind a Jown collaboration is to do subtle and simple improvements and updates to different models. We saw that with the New Balance collaborations that he's done, as well as the Adidas collaborations. It is simply just building upon what already exists within the existing wheelhouse of footwear manufacturers. I like a lot of the New Balance and Adidas collaborations he did. I have to say though that this is a shoe that is just too out there for me, and just I don't really understand why this model of all he chose to do. I'm hoping that he does a Puma Speed Cat potentially, or Puma Palermo, or one of their more significant or popular models that we're seeing currently. But for those that are interested, these will be dropping on July 12th, like I mentioned, for a retail price of $60. I fully expect that these are going to sell out, given that they are a Jown collab, but given that I'm not the biggest fan of this model and the colorways that they're going for on this, I'm going to give these a stop. All right, for this next shoe, I know I was saying that the New Balance 2002Rs were going to be, one of my favorites, if not my favorite on the list, but I gotta say this one is right up there. It's the Nike Kobe 6 Protro Total Orange. These will be dropping on July 18th for $190, coinciding with the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. These are dressed up in an all bright orange colorway with a nice translucent outsole. It's essentially an orange version of the Grinch and Reverse Grinch colorways. If you guys saw my video that I did on the React X Rejuvenates, I referenced these as a potential inspiration behind the Team Orange colorway that they dropped in the clogs. Given that these are a Kobe 6 in a bright, vibrant colorway, I fully expect these to sell out because hoopers are going to be all over these. And for that reason, I'm going to give these a rock. Last but not least, on July 25th, Nike's dropping one of their first colorways of the Ava Rover. It features a pixelated TPU material that makes up the mudguard section, while a lightweight upper takes after the Nike running ACG models. It uses the React X foam technology that Nike's been pumping into a lot of their models. So no surprise to see that they are trying to push it onto this new runner. From what I'm reading here, it looks like they already have some collaborations in the works. So I'm excited to see what people can come up with. Even though this is only going to be for $140 and is most likely going to be a mass-produced general release sneaker, given that it's a new model from Nike, I'm expecting these to sell out, and I think interest is pretty high on it. So for that reason, I'm going to give these a rock. To finish off the list, I wanted to mention just a few models that we know are dropping in July, but we don't have confirmation dates yet on. It's going to be the Clot and Adidas Stan Smith. We don't know the retail price yet, but I'm fully expecting that to sell out. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a rock. The Nike Book 1 Archived is going to be dropping as well for a retail price of $140. I think the concept is cool with what they're going for with the Polaroid photo design within the swoosh, but the Nike Book 1 hasn't been doing well within the Nike catalog, and just for that reason, I'm going to give these a stop. Last up is going to be the Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelles. These are going to be dropping for a retail price of $140 and feature this all bright orange suede upper with a little light peachy hues and touches throughout the shoe. I'm not sure how this shoe's going to do. I'm anticipating that it will sell out, just given that it is a Bad Bunny collab, but we have seen in the past a lot of constant restocks in some of his models, like the Adidas Campus, going to outlets for discounted prices. However, I do like the model and I do like the colorway, and for that reason, I'm going to give these a rock. A few honorable mentions are going to be the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3s and the Nike Pegasus Premiums. Nike's dropping a ton of different colorways of those lately, and for summer 2025, they are not slowing down. They got a lot of vibrant, bright summer-based colorways, so definitely worth it in my opinion if you're able to get a pair of those for retail or under retail. That's going to do it for today's episode of Rock or Stock for upcoming sneaker releases of July 2025. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the upcoming sneaker releases in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed, do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos. If you guys are interested in some long form content, check out my other channel at the JPD Podcast. I go over things like sneakers, clothing, fashion, pop culture, business, or whatever else I'm tapped into for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.